Hey guys, welcome back to Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel today to check the video out. Guys, today we're going to be talking about what I consider is the most underrated topwater lure ever made. I've got a topwater I'm going to show you guys here that actually accounted for the best day of topwater fishing I've ever had in my life. When the conditions get set up right on it, you cannot beat this thing. It will outproduce any topwater that you can throw. So we're going to identify what those conditions are specifically in today's video, and hopefully it'll help you guys catch some really nice fish here. And also guys, the bait we're going to be talking about is the Megabass Giant Dog X topwater here. Guys, this bait has been out for a long time. I helped design and use some of the prototypes here. I'm going to put this in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description so you can get the Giant Dog X through my link there. Great way to support the channel and get you the baits also. And also guys, real quick, we're winding down. We got one more week left on the sale on my Signature Series Solar Bat RB2 and 3 Series glasses. They still got the big anniversary sale going on for our country's 250th anniversary. Until the end of July, you can get them at 50% off, guys, half price. You're never gonna have this sale again on them. Three different frame colors, bunch of different lens colors, optical clarity second to none on the Solar Bats, guys. You will love them. Designed by optometrist and bass fishing fanatic Dr. Gary Nesty, who owns the company. So I'll have the Solar Bat link in the description of the video. And one final thing, guys, anybody interested in booking a private one-on-one lesson with me on the water, just go to my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, and shoot me a private message for details on those lessons. So thank you very much for putting up for the plugs. I know that's a pain in the butt, but appreciate that. Okay guys, let me show you right off the bat. Here's the prototype, guys. Here's the prototype Giant Dog X. I don't know if you can see the writing. That's writing from Yuki Ito right there, who owns Megabass. This is from 1999. This was the original prototype Giant Dog X that I got many years ago. And here's what the Giant Dog X looks like, guys. There's a bunch of different good colors. Show you a couple of different color options here. They've got a ton of different colors, you know, just to match the scenario that you want to fish. But guys, I'm going to talk about this thing today. I'm going to explain to you guys why and when it's so good. Okay, let me explain to you guys first of all one of my first experiences with the Giant Dog X. This was back right after they came out, back in, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, right around, you know, the year 2000. We had a Bassmaster, one of our very first, actually it was the late 1990s when this came out. 97, 98, 99, I can't remember exactly when, but we had one of our first, it was the second time we'd ever been to Lake Champlain for a Bassmaster Top 150. And this was the first day of practice for this tournament. And we got out there, and I'd only been on the lake one other time before. And I got out on this big giant flat. This flat went forever, like for miles. You know, a bunch of nice rock and grass mix, gin clear water, and it happened to be one of those days where it was completely calm and it was overcast. Guys, I got out there with this Giant Dog X. This is exactly the exact color I was throwing at the time, but I mixed it up and caught them on others later. But let me recap this day in a nutshell. I had over 100 strikes that day on the Giant Dog X, and I actually boated 20 of them that were over 3.5 or 4 pounds that same day by practicing. Let me tell you how great this day was. I would throw out there on that flat and I'd catch a 3 or 4 or 4.5 pounder. They just annihilate the thing. I would not make another cast. I'd put the trolling motor on high and go down like another 200 feet before I made another cast. Make another cast, same thing happened. This went on all day long. If it would have been a tournament day, I really believe I would have caught over 200 fish and probably 50 of them over 4 pounds. It was unfreaking believable. The #1 best day of bass fishing I've ever had in my life. Every one of them came on the Giant Dog X, every single one of them that day. So let me explain to you a little bit about when this works and why it works so good. First of all, this is a very subtle walking topwater. It has a pretty wide walking, you know, swath side to side, but it is very sensitive. And what I mean by that is the subtleness of the side and side action. It's quiet. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but it does have a large side to side action. And if you have ripple, let's say for example, you have a little bit of a chop in the water, it doesn't work hardly at all because it is so finely tuned that if you have any chop, it'll nosedive in that chop, even like that, and it doesn't work very good. But if you've got a situation where it is flat calm, or maybe there's, you know how sometimes you look out across the water and it's completely calm, and then there's a little bitty ripple on the water, something like that, tiny ripple, that is when this thing works, is on calm conditions like that, because it is subtle and it's very, very finely tuned. So if you get in a situation where you have water visibility of over 3 feet or so, you need to have some clear water, and you got a calm day, and especially if you have a low light day, doesn't have to be, but it helps there. Guys, the subtleness of this Giant Dog X, it's like a live minnow in the water. It's not like a big Zerspoot clanking or a one knocker that has a, you know, that it really causes a lot of commotion. It's a very subtle top water that will attract big ones, and it'll attract non-aggressive fish. And I cannot tell you, every single time I'm in that situation where I have a calm situation, especially if that water temperature is over about 65 degrees and you got a cloudy day, that Giant Dog X is the first bait that I throw out there. And you can fish it with a variety of retrieves. You can fish this thing super fast and skitter it along the water. You can twitch it a couple times and let it set still. It works great at all different cadences that you want to fish, you know, and they'll bite it at all different cadences. It just depends on the mood and the personality of the fish that day. Most of the time I throw it like on 12-pound test, monofilament line, bait cast setup, usually a 6-foot 11-inch rod with it, and just some type of a medium retrieve. But the main thing, guys, is I just want to, if you haven't tried this thing, it's worth getting a couple. Like I said, get a couple there at my Tackle Warehouse link and just try them under those conditions, because fish get, the topwater lures get the attention of a lot of fish. And there's so many different models and styles of topwaters. You got your walking topwaters like this, you got your chuggers, you got your prop baits, you got your poppers, you got you know, baits like whopper plopper, you got buzz baits, you got toads. And based upon the mood and the personality of the fish and the environmental conditions and the water clarity and wind and all that type of stuff, every one of them has their time and place. But I can tell you for sure, guys, if you get that situation, that file this away in your memory, you got clear water, you got calm water, you got low light conditions, you got water over 65 degrees, you put you on one of these Giant Dog X's, guys, and you'll catch you some big ones. And it catches all 3 species, guys. I've caught tons of smallmouth on it up north. I've caught big spotted bass on it here in my part of the country. Obviously, it works good for largemouth. It is the most underrated topwater lure in the country. I don't understand why more people don't use it. It's, I guess you can't buy everything, but I'm cluing you guys in on right now. If you want to catch some good fish, pick you a couple of these Giant Dog X's up. It'll definitely get you some good bites. So hope it helps out, guys.